Welcome to Canton, Ohio, where we take a look at the Voyagers and the Tigers going up against each other today in Tigers Field. Like I said, it's in Canton, Ohio. Both these teams locked in a prime time sort of game as the Browns were the former team to be Canton Tigers, as you can see there with Jameis Winston. They'll have Nick Chubb at the helm as well. David Njoku in cahoots. Meanwhile, the Voyagers, Dak Prescott, and a few others to look out for as we will jump forward into this game. Another thunderstorm is going on, so if the recording stops, I will get the game out later on, but it didn't happen last night. I don't think it'll happen now. So here we go. Down in Canton. Tigers will kick it off first, and the Voyagers will receive this one at the 12 and bring it out to the 26. So a decent little return, I guess, as Prescott in company. 85 overall. His decision making is aggressive. Speed is an 84, and his awareness 79. As we continue to see if Dak Prescott is good enough to win. And there's an interception. Hicks on the interception. And the Canton Tigers will take the ball straight away. What a defensive statement. We were just talking about how Dak Prescott has been a good option thus far, but Jameis Winston will come out on the field now. A little bit of a quirky personality, but with that, 72 overall, aggressive decision maker. He got about 77 speed and 68 awareness. So we'll see if he can drive the Tigers to a touchdown drive here as Joku catches this one and it goes for 5. Winston looks to throw, pass is caught. It's going to be Cedric Tillman, and he goes out of the game early here. Only his first catch in the regular season. Hoping he's all right, as we wouldn't want him to miss the rest of this season. And there goes Hines, which is weird because I expected them to run Nick Chubb here. But I guess Hines is the other viable option, as this one will only go back to the line of scrimmage. Big play right there by the D-line. 3rd and 4. Winston gets the snap, looks to throw. He gets it outside. It's caught. And that will be Jerry Jeudy on the reception to make it 1st and goal for the Canton Tigers. He's been one to kind of boost this franchise a little bit. Here's a penalty. And the defense jumps off sides. They'll say it's a strong safety. Unusual penalty there. Yeah, that is very weird. The 2-yard line now is where they reside. 1st and goal. Winston Looks to pass. And he's got a completion. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown. Canton Tigers. Simple little route, but it catches the defense by surprise. I think they were expecting the run. And Jameis surprises this defense with a shotgun snap and pass, which will make it 7-0 as of right now. So Canton begins scoring after the turnover by San Diego Voyagers. And they will return this one to about the 30. And out comes Dak Prescott once again. His only completion, well, it's been to the defense. Haven't really got anything going through the air, which makes you wonder if they're going to try the ground game. We'll see how that works out. Dak on to throw again. This one is complete to his team this time, and it's going to be a first down at the 40. About a 10-yard reception there. As Dak unloads once again, and it's almost intercepted. Same guy, Jordan Hicks. Juan Thornhill and company as well. Now you got to watch that D-line, which might be a reason why Dak was having trouble back there. Here's one, unloads, caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. 60-yard strike for the San Diego Voyagers. Jalen Tolbert making his name known, as that was hook, line, and sinker for the Voyagers. Jordan Hicks regretting his decision to just bat that one down, as San Diego has an opportunity to tie this one up. And I don't even think that drive took very much time at all. No, 35 seconds. Only took 3 plays, and they went 70 yards into the end zone, as Canton will get this one. They'll have a chance to return it this time, and I believe that's Jerome Ford running that one back to the 33, so a decent return by Canton, as Jameis goes back out there. He led this team to a touchdown drive before, looking to do it again. Winston drops back. He's got the star tight end, David Njoku, for another 5-yard gain. He's always been reliable for this Browns offense. As Jameis handoff here. I meant to say the Tigers, excuse me. Naheem Hines finds his way for a first down to the 47. And with first down, they're going to hand it off to Hines once again. He'll get 3. And here goes 2nd and 7. Handoff goes only for a gain of 1 there. The result is 3rd and 6 on the opposing 49. Winston fires, and this one will be incomplete. The receiver intended with that throw was Elijah Moore, as the Tigers will have to kick this one away. It is up and out of bounds at the 27. Dak Prescott comes right back out after throwing that 60-yarder, redeeming himself for the early interception. And a rearrangement of the fullback. Dak with an open backfield throws, and this one's going to be incomplete. Way to lay the hammer on defense there. 2nd and 10. I believe that was Newsom letting him know he was there. As this run will shockingly get more than 3 yards. They'll get out here to the 7 for a gain of 7, excuse me. So on 3rd and 3, see what they can do. Prescott. He's got this one to CeeDee Lamb, who makes a nice little move to gain a few extra yards to the 44-yard line. Results in a first down. Owusu Koromoa in a predicament there with one of the Voyagers there. But we close this one off. 7 is the score for each team. Voyagers with the ball. And the start of the second quarter, Voyagers looking to do something here. Play action. No one's fooled. Sacked. Myles Garrett screaming in. Didn't even look like he was blocked. Garrett just comes flying out of nowhere. A huge mistake there to let Myles Garrett through, as they are backed up now to the 36-yard line. Makes it almost 2nd and 20. Prescott on play action once again. Gets this one out for a gain of 2 yards. As it'll be 3rd and 16. Prescott feels the pocket folding. And wow, what a way to stay up right there. Ferguson for a first down there. I don't know if you could hear the thunder. That's kind of why I paused. And 1st and 10 at the 44. About a 7-yard gain. Makes it 2nd and short for the Voyagers. And this pass intercepted. Newsom! Or I'm sorry, that's JOK! He can take this one all the way! Touchdown, Tigers! The first pick six in the MNFL goes to JOK, the right outside linebacker for the Tigers. What a play right there. Wow. Turnovers so far all on Houston. Or I'm sorry. Why did I say that? Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to excuse me for that one. That's the San Diego Voyagers. Thunder continues to rumble outside. Meanwhile, in Canton, perfectly peaceful as this return gets to 28. Dak Prescott once again throwing a pick here. Not very many offensive yards for Canton, but they certainly haven't had a pick quite yet. And there is a first down to CeeDee Lamb, signaling his own first down to the 40. Prescott drops back to pass. He's under pressure, and he just dumps this one out to Ferguson. Delpit in coverage right there. 2 yards. Makes it 2nd and 8. Prescott with an empty backfield. Looks to throw. And it's going to be a screen. And he's got the edge. But Delpit will track him down at about the 42 in the opposite direction. And the Tigers, they've been good defensively. See if they can close out the second half that way. Maybe the Voyagers get a little revenge here, as this pass is caught, and there's a TFL by the man with the first pick six in the MNFL, JOK, as we do have an injury here. It's going to be Smith on the O-line. We hope that he's okay. 2nd and 13. Pass is caught. Ferguson for the first down to the 26. Newsom and Ferguson having a little discussion there. And 2-minute warning. Falls and Canton with the home team. Up by 7. That could change here, though. Only takes about 26 more yards, and Prescott fires, and it's incomplete. That one was going to go to Tolbert, who had first offensive, or the big offensive touchdown of this game. This pass goes out to, read that, that's Lamb. So 3rd short from 19. Sorry for the interruption. 2nd now for the Prescott-led Voyagers, as CeeDee Lamb will get tackled right at the 7. Dalton 3rd short. 7-yard line. Need to get to the 8 in order to have a first down. Slings it. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb gets in the end zone. And the Voyagers, with the extra point, will tie this game up. Looked like time was dwindling down. And Prescott finds a seam in the defense. Decides to chuck it. It works out. And the Voyagers tie this game once again. Now 14 apiece. So this game is going to be interesting. As this one. So another return to the 25 here for the Tigers. Winston to Hines on the slip screen. He's got the edge, and he gets out of bounds at the 43 on their own side of the field. First and 10. Winston takes the check down, and a timeout taken by the Tigers. That's Elijah Moore on the catch. And Canton has to at least be looking for a field goal here. Winston gets this one to Judy. Timeout at the 41 inside Voyagers territory. First and 10. Tigers, as that one will be recorded as the first sack against the Tigers. Maybe. I want to say that was the first sack. Could be wrong. And Canton, without any timeouts, they're not going to go for the field goal here. It's too far. They're going to go ahead and try to just chuck this one up. Winston heaves it. Hail Mary attempt is intercepted. And that's how you're going to end the second half. Score 14 apiece in Canton. As halftime is going to be shown to you here. And we always start with the same game. If it'll get on there. There we go. Black Knights and Sentinels. 13-10. You already know the stats if you watch through the videos. Allen with an interception and almost 200 yards. Condors and Bisons, I've been telling you for a while, that one has yet to come. As the Mounties and the Snowhawks, you already know the deal with that one as well. It was done already. They just didn't count it in the league. But here's something that'll count. JOK with the first pick six, wearing the number 6. And the Tigers get it back on offense here. Even though they didn't score, now would be a prime chance to do that here in the second half as he is picked up and slammed at the 27. And here is Winston on to lead the Browns down the field. He was doing a pretty good job on the last drive. Let's see if he can translate that into the start of the second half as Winston shucking it deep, and they're going to say incomplete. So 2nd and 10. I'm coming. Hold on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that's our first tie in this franchise. So a lot of things being done here very differently. Wow. 24 apiece. Dak Prescott and Jameis Winston went to battle here, but none of them could pull off a victory today. So definitely a weird one for you, ladies and gentlemen, but that will be the end. Dak Prescott, 3 touchdowns, 320 yards, and about a 67 completion percentage there. Jameis Winston with only 1 touchdown, 165 yards, and call it 73 completion percentage. But that'll be it. We'll come back at you with more. And we say so long from Canton.